It's here it's Tennessee, so we're gonna get the best guys here. That's just every year. Every time we're out there, it's competition. Nobody has a spot, nobody's comfortable. We're all working to get better.
Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. The momentum on the recruiting trail continues. Three-star offensive tackle Gage Ginther has committed to Tennessee. We'll see what happens with the rankings, how much they bump. After the last commitment that they pulled in, Jesse Perry, offensive tackle, in-state kid, they jumped up to 7th in the country according to 247 Sports. I said it before, I'll say it again. I really think that if they can land certain pieces, we talk about the big time prospects out there, the guys like Mike Matthews, the guys like Sammy Brown. If Tennessee can land a couple of those guys, I really think they have the potential, the opportunity to land a top 5 class in 2024. And, we've talked about it on this channel before. Tennessee's not always going to be a top 5 recruiting class, but if you can get, a couple of top 10s, 3 top 10s, a top 5 every 4-year cycle, you're going to do pretty good things, especially when you have coaches on campus that can develop talent. And that's what we've seen. And continuing our conversation about the offensive line, I think that Glenn Ellerby has done a good job developing talent, getting guys like Darnell Wright to the league, getting guys progress. They progress as they are on campus. I think Glenn Ellerby is a good teacher, a good coach. Gage Ginther is a guy that he just visited back on April the 1st. Coming off of the visit, he left campus immediately. All the crystal ball predictions start rolling in. Steve Wiltfong, Ryan Callahan. Once Wiltfong kind of does it, everybody starts to follow suit. Reading an interview with On3 after the visit, he's talking timeline. He says, sometime in the fall, around the start of my senior season. And then before we get into the weekend, VolQuest is kind of putting it out there. Hey, he's probably not going to make it through the weekend. Gage Ginther trending heavily towards Tennessee, makes it official today. The commitment comes in. Gage Ginther is going to be a Vol. We're going to talk about it. But as always, you guys know what to do. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. That's quick, free, easy. It does help this channel. I would appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin Vols Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're talking with you. We're not talking at you. We are building a community of Tennessee fans right here on the Talkin Vols Network. So if you like what we do, go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video live every single Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. A lot of Wednesday shows, but stay dialed in and you'll know when we're going to go live. But let's take a look at Gage Ginther. You can see the profile on the screen there, 6'6", 280 pounds. I like the frame. I like the size. Should be able to add some more weight. Typical junior going into his senior year. No surprise there. 3-star prospect. You can see across the board there, the On3 industry rankings have him as the 2nd ranked player out of the state of Colorado. 247 Sports actually has him as the number 1 player. And that's, Colorado was really pushing. Colorado had a lot of interest here in Gage Ginther. And, that's something that I look at. Again, we talk about 3 stars. We talked about Jesse Perry when he committed. I immediately go to the offer list. Even though he's a 3-star prospect, what other schools are showing interest? And being a Colorado kid, you've got heavy interest from Dion out there in Colorado. Nebraska offered. Nebraska was really, really pushing for Gage Ginther, but Tennessee gets it done. Oregon, USC, Cal, a lot of West Coast schools out there heavily involved. Does have an SEC offer from Missouri, from Vanderbilt. I wouldn't be surprised to see some more SEC offers come in because I think his value, his stock is going to start to rise as he goes through his senior season. I like what I see from Gage Ginther. There's no scouting report out there, but I have watched the tape and I like what I see. And, something that I did, I was doing a little research, talked a little bit about this in the video when he received the crystal ball and he was predicted to Tennessee. But I found a Colorado Buff Stampede film room where they're talking about Gage Ginther and how much they like him as a prospect. So take a listen. What I compare these guys to, don't know a whole lot about him, but looking at him here, what they're doing, looks something similar to this. Looks like a couple of guys that love Colorado football. They're talking about recruiting. They're talking about priorities in the class of 24 for Colorado. In-state kid. So they have a lot of value on Gage Ginther. Let's take a listen to what they had to say about his recruitment and his value.
Well, he's really kind of just blown up. He kind of got a little bit of a slow start, but then this year he's really kind of blown up. And he's got, I think, 16 of those are P5 offers, but it's really kind of everybody's Oregon, Southern Cal, Penn State, both Oklahoma schools. Right, he's a 87 rated 3-star, but I wouldn't be surprised to see his rating go up given the interest that he's getting and the quality of his junior film. So he's a guy I think that if he doesn't end up a tackle, could be a very effective guard as well. So he's a guy that could be very versatile.
Again, talking about his stock rising, the offers that come in. I can't emphasize that enough. I know I say it a lot. I talk about it a lot. You can tell a lot by a kid's offers. And that's what I look at when I look at Gage Ginther. Again, visited April the 1st, everything trending towards Tennessee, then boom, pulls the trigger. Can't wait any longer. Talking about his visit back on April, he told On3, loved everything about it. When he's talking about his look at Tennessee, of course, the people there, the campus, the education, got along with the guys on the team really well. I've known the assistant offensive line coach, Kevin Pendleton, for a while. He offered me when he was at Missouri, really enjoyed the visit. And, this is something that I talked about previously, again, when he was predicted to Tennessee, talked about his visit, the guys that he spent time with, and just that culture and family atmosphere that we always talk about. The proof is in the pudding. He talked about coming in and, asking about Glenn Ellerby, and the guys on the current team are saying, no, we hang out with Coach Ellerby all the time. We're at his house all the time. We're eating there. We're sleeping there, taking naps. Basically, Coach Ellerby has to kick us out because we are there so long. So Gage Ginther's in the boat, second offensive lineman to come in here just recently, continuing that momentum in the class of 24. I think this is going to be a special, special year. I talked about it in a video earlier. Where do we go from here? Who's next? We got a couple of 3-star offensive linemen in the boat. Any big-time prospects out there, Boogie, that we're looking at? Well, Daniel Calhoun, 4-star offensive tackle out of Roswell, Georgia, is scheduled to be on campus June the 16th for an official visit. Also, Marquez Easley, 4-star offensive tackle, 6'7", 300 pounds out of Illinois, also scheduled to be on campus that same time with Daniel Calhoun. Official visit scheduled for June the 16th. Another guy, Fletcher Westfall, Tennessee is pursuing, 6'8", 295 tackle out of Virginia, also a 4-star prospect. Brandon Baker, 6'4.5", 285 out of California, 4-star offensive tackle, the number 1 offensive tackle in the country, according to 247 Sports. Tennessee's pushing. Tennessee's, can they get some of these guys in the boat? That's the question. Another one, Kevin Hayward, 4-star offensive tackle out of Pennsylvania. Ethan Callaway, 4-star offensive tackle out of North Carolina, 6'7", 300 pounds. There is a lot of big-time talent, a lot of solid offensive tackles. The recruiting board is pretty wide for the offensive tackle position. So is Tennessee taking Gage Ginther? Are they taking Jesse Perry to kind of get that foundation and then see who we can go get? Not every guy is going to come in and be a world beater from day one. That's not the way it works. You've got to build a foundation. You got to have those building blocks. That's what they've got with Gage Ginther, Jesse Perry. I think Gage Ginther we're going to see maybe take off a little bit more. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm no expert. I'm just giving you my opinion on things. But if you're going to take this class and make it top 5, you got to go get some of those guys that I just rattled off. The Daniel Calhouns, the Marquez Easley, Fletcher Westfall, Brandon Baker, Kevin Haywood, Ethan Callaway. There's a lot of guys on the board that if you're going to make this class into the top 5 compared to the top 10, and there's a big difference in a top 10 class and a top 5 class, you got to get some of those guys in the boat. We'll see how those visits play out. Again, Daniel Calhoun, Marquez Easley, scheduled for official visits on June the 16th. Max Anderson, scheduled for June the 23rd. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated, covering recruiting as much as possible. If you guys dig the content, make sure you do smash the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. It does help the channel. Also, go check out the merchandise. You can pick up official Talkin Vols merch. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin Vols. All kinds of fun shirts. Vols by Fitty. We got the scoreboard shirt, State Pride logo, mustard themed, whatever you want. We got it. We also got some shirts, some new shirts coming out this fall. So stick around. Should be a lot of fun. Some fun stuff that I think you guys will dig. But also thank you to the members of the channel. If you're not a member and you've been thinking about it, you've been debating it, you members give me the opportunity to get on here and talk about recruiting. do live streams, bring content full-time as a job, as a career. Could not do it without you. If you've been thinking about it, hit that join button down below. It's only $1, as little as $1 a month. You support what I'm trying to build with this channel. I'm really doing the best I can to create a community where you feel like your opinion matters as much as my opinion or anybody else that comes on this show. Also give you guys the platform to come on the show, and that's another perk of being a member. So hit the join button down below. I would greatly appreciate it. If not, that's perfectly fine. Just smash the thumbs up, hit the comment section, and let's talk some Tennessee football. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.